Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your coach at Empowerment Assets, and we'll be breaking down the weekly picks. We break it down the weekly picks for February the 2nd to February the 6th. Let's get to it. All right, first thing first, ladies and gentlemen, what we got up is Irene, IREN. We're looking at it on a quarterly time frame. The last four candlesticks, we got a 3, which was a bullish 3. We took out the low, we took out the high, then we had a 2, a push to the upside, so we went 2 up. Now we got a 3-2-2-1. Now we got a 2-2-1. We're currently inside. We're looking for Irene, IREN, to come up here and actually break to a couple of levels over a given period of time. But we still need to go 2 up at 63.92 off the 3-month. Now, if we drop it out to a monthly time frame, we do have a downtrend reversal. We did bottom at 33, pretty much like 33.20-ish. And we did go 2 up. Pretty much 49.07, and then we accelerated. We reject 63.92. So we're looking at a probability on a weekly time frame. We do have a failed 2 up. We did reject, so it's an opportunity. We're just trading inside of this last 3 counts of 2-1-2. So I'm looking to be able to see what the daily time frame showing us. We got a rejection at the top, failed 2 down. We got a 2-2-2. So we're pretty much looking like we got a 2-2 continuation that's actually brewing. So once you drop it to the 6-hour time frame, we have an opportunity to take full advantage of this trade. Now, swinging into next week is just looking at the flow. We do have more calls than we have puts money-wise, but the calls and puts is pretty much even. So I'm looking for us to actually take the $50 puts, but we need to go down here. We need to break today's low. Today's low is 54.83. If we could break below 54.83, I feel real comfortable in taking this trade to the downside. So set an alert. $50 puts, you can do $55 puts as well. We're going to have expiration date for February. We have multiple targets. We got 51.80 as a target. We got 53 as a target. So we got multiple targets, and we got 49.07 as a target as well. So we're looking to actually take these trades to the downside. Just looking at the structure, we reject, so we are coming down to the downside. All right, next one, we do have Pfizer. Looking at Pfizer on a quarterly time frame, we did have a failed 2 up on Pfizer. We do got a 52-week high of 27.69. So we got a back-to-back failed 2 up. So pretty much a double top, pretty much a triple top. We just trade inside of a range on Pfizer, so we're looking to pretty much to break outside of this range. Monthly time frame failed 2 up. Weekly time frame, we looking pretty good on a weekly. We got a 2-2 continuation to the upside. So to be honest, I'm looking to take Pfizer. $26 and $27 calls for February the 6th and also February the 13th, just to give it a little bit of time. The daily time frame, we do have double chop, so double inside. So I'm looking for Pfizer to come up here and go 2 up. So 26.41, that will be our first target, and then 26.83. And as we continue to keep on accelerating to the upside, we can take it back to the 52-week high, and that'll give us an opportunity to make some money off of that. We do have previous highs on Pfizer over here, so we could pretty much trade it all the way back up to these levels. So those are my key targets on fires that I'm looking to trade. So $26, $27 strike price. Now, next one, AMD is already making it to the downside. We got a 3-month time frame. We pretty much chopping. We inside. Monthly time frame, we pretty much went from a double inside to a 2. But the weekly time frame is giving us an opportunity to understand that we're trading inside of a range. We do have some form of resistance. We hit this double top twice, so pretty much double top, double top. We do have some support down here at 193. We can't collapse. They do have earnings coming up. So pretty much we're looking like we're coming to the downside. We got a 232, pretty much is a shooter. I'm looking to take the 220s, 220 puts this week expiration that's coming up. So I'm looking to take February the 6th. You can take February the 3rd. And pretty much once we break below VWAP, pretty much 240, 230, 290, that would be one of my targets. And then we do have some support around here at 223. And then we also got some support back at 199. And then we got some support down here at 213. So I'm looking to take this trade based off the 6-hour time frame. We do have a shooter. So I'm looking to be able to take this trade. So once we go down, we're going to continue this descent to the downside. So I'm looking to take the 220s now, get in these contracts, allow these contracts to cook to the downside with multiple targets. All right, Merck, pretty much looking into that. Merck, I pretty much like Merck a lot, especially if you look at it like on a quarterly time frame. We did go up and knock out some targets from a previous trade. We did have a downtrend reversal. We went from the upside to the downside, back to the upside. So I'll be looking at Merck 210, but Merck still got to hold steady. On the 6-hour time frame, Merck doesn't look too bad, but I need Merck to go up here and go 2 up. We need to break above 109.54. We do so. I take the 110, February the 6th expiration date. Now, what got my interest on Uber? Let's look at Uber on a 6-month time frame. 6-month time frame on Uber, it is coming down. Fell 2 up. We went 221. We got it currently inside. We do have an actionable signal. Look for Uber to come down here and about below 78.47 will be my target. I'm looking to take Uber off the 6-hour time frame. Once Uber start coming down here and we break, I'm looking to take Uber pretty soon. So once Uber breaks support, pretty much around 79.60. Once you break that, we're going to take the $80 puts for next week, which will give us February the 6th. So we're going to take full advantage of that as well. Now, on the flip side on Uber, on the monthly time frame, on the flip side on Uber, we do have a shooter, fell 2 down, went to a shooter. So Uber looked like someone to come down here and continue this trend. We do have multiple targets once we get in 79.58. We'll have an opportunity to take it back down to 72.56. Then ultimately we want to come all the way back down to 60.60. We can do that. We're just going to have to be a little bit patient. All right. Mondelez, I like Mondelez a lot off the monthly time frame. Mondelez got a 223. So you understand what a 3 means outside candle. We take out the highs and lows, but the 6-month time frame is painting a picture. We got to fill 2 down. I'm looking to get a Mondelez immediately. Right now, the $60 calls, my target will be 60.23. My next target will be 69, but before that, we do have a target of 63.12. So we're going to pretty much be taking the $60 calls for February the 6th. So let's rock and roll on that front and take full advantage of that. Now, on Mondelez on a weekly time frame, we do have a fail 2 up, but I'm not really worried about that. Once we start rising back up, and they do have earnings that's coming up in a short period of time, look at on a daily time frame, fail 2 now, so $60 calls looks pretty good. You can take 58 if you want to. Now, PayPal, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. 6-month time frame, PayPal has been coming down for a couple of years now. Since the pandemic, we hit 309, came down, a lot of chop. PayPal did go up here and reject 93. This was back in July 2000 or January 2025, and then now we got a 212. Now we look like we're gonna get a continuation, and we are monthly time frame. We're flushing, looking to take PayPal $50 puts immediately. $50 puts immediately. We do have some support we need to break. 49.86, that will be our target once we start ascending to the downside, and we're going to have expiration date on those $50 puts for February the 6th. So pretty much we're looking to come down to 49.86. That's our target. All right, Lily, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you look at Lily looks pretty good. We do have decent contracts on Lily. We'll see how Lily actually pans out moving forward. Looking at Lily, we got previous target. Lily do have an all-time high, 1,133.95. Pretty much Lily on a 4-month time frame. Lily went up and had a fail 2 up. Looking at Lily on the Fibonacci tracement, Lily can come down here and knock out some levels. I'm looking to take Lily $900 puts. Next week expiration, we'll be taking $900 puts. We're going to change it to a strangle. We're going to take a $900 puts for February the 6th, and we also going to take the 1,150 calls for February the 6th as well. So we got multiple angles we want to trade. But looking at this off the 4-month time, we do have a failed 2 up. So we'll see if we can ascend to the downside. 3-month time frame, we can continue to trend to the downside. The weekly time frame doesn't look too bad. The daily time frame looks pretty good as well. So pretty much we got a 221. So we currently inside. So a little bit of consolidation. Let's see if we can pop up to the upside and take full advantage of Lily. Now, let's go look at a few plays that I like personally on my personal list moving forward is BAC. BAC pretty much with Powell getting ready to announce who his Fed replacement is going to be. Looking at BAC on the 4-month time frame makes more sense to me. We do have a fail 2 up. Let's get rid of these targets. Fail 2 up. BAC can come down, but BAC do have a $57, $55 all-time high. 12-month time frame fail 2 up as well. So if the market don't like who he's picking for a chair, we can't come down and flush, but I like it off the weekly. Fell 2 down. We do have a downtrend reversal. I'm looking to take BAC, $55 calls for February the 13th and also February the 20th. I'm looking to take $55 calls. This week expiration, we took $53 calls, so $55 calls for those expiration. That's what I really like a lot. So now Wells Fargo, I like that as well. WFC. I like Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo got a downtrend reversal as well. We did take some trades. We did bounce. I like how Wells Fargo looking on the weekly time frame. Looks pretty awesome to me. To be honest with you, I like Wells Fargo to come up here and complete this trajectory. We do have Fibonacci retracement, Wells Fargo, pretty much 91.10. If we can get back above 91.10, we can accelerate to the upside. I'm taking Wells Fargo $95 calls for February the 13th, looking for us to cover all these targets. All right. So this is the weekly picks at Empowerment Assets. Make sure you, ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of the weekly picks. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit the link in the bio. Let's continue to keep on growing. Let's continue to keep on building. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, one trade at a time, one day at a time. Don't feel pressure. Continue to keep on growing and building. We out. Peace.